Some people think it's the holiday season. Instead, it's transfer portal season. And in Norman, OU's Dylan Gabriel has made his next move, the quarterback, to another OU or UO, University of Oregon. Dean, surprised at all?
Not so much. You know, good for Dylan Gabriel, who wasn't shocked when his pal and OU coordinator Jeff Lebby elevated to head coach at Cowbell U. Recognizing his NFL draft status, lukewarm at best, the stable southpaw, it made common sense moves. Hit the portal. Sincere thanks to Oklahoma. Selects a team tailor-made for him, even closer to his family's native Hawaii. Should compete for championships there under rising superstar head coach Dan Lanning and pick up a bag of NIL money that OU doesn't have. While Sooner Nation was beside itself in places, the logical, planned-for transition to the Jackson Arnold era is here. A potential generational talent never signed up to sit for 2 years, and he won't. OU must be 100% comfortable with Arnold's backup, as we have suggested strongly. Sign a veteran transfer if needed. Brand spanking new quarterback, offensive coordinators, and conference. Here's Dusty.
Man, I'm happy for Dylan Gabriel. And this is where the transfer portal gets it right. Worked out great for Dylan to leave UCF, come to Oklahoma, have a solid year, and then a great year this past season. And then naturally, Oklahoma, ready to make that next jump to Jackson Arnold, gives Dylan Gabriel the chance to get back in the portal, go to a place in Oregon where he's going to make really good money in NIL, and he's going to be in a system that fits his skill set so well. More short, easy, intermediate throws, a lot of RPO action, an offense under Will Stein that's not really going to challenge some of the deficiencies he has, like pushing the football down the field. So I think it makes a ton of sense, and I expect Dylan Gabriel to thrive in this system and in this scheme. And I also expect Jackson Arnold to thrive as well. Had a chance to talk with Seth Luttrell earlier this week, and man, he is fired up and excited about his young quarterback. Really got a chance to understand and know him and his game throughout spring and fall practices, being around Jeff Lebby and that quarterback room. And I think that they're going to put him in great opportunities starting in the Alamo Bowl, utilizing that big-time arm where the ball just jumps out of his hand and the athleticism. I think both of those things will be on display against Arizona. I think not just Oklahoma fans, but college football fans are going to be buzzing about Jackson Arnold after they get a chance to see him in San Antonio here in a few weeks.
Well, two other impact players made different decisions. Safety Billy Bowman says he'll return, while linebacker Danny Stutzman is entering the NFL draft, that is.
Well, heading to the SEC, the loss of Stutzman is significant. A terrific college linebacker. The pros don't grade him as such in the NFL, at least not now. His contagious spirit and heat-seeking mojo will be missed most. Of course, the uncommon leadership. Everyone learned the value of Stutzman on the field in OU's painful loss at OSU. The decision had to be tough for his head coach, but Billy Bowman is staying, and he and Peyton Bowen, they're going to spearhead a potentially stout secondary in the Virgin voyage into the SEC waters. That's one position group that is most ready for big boy football. Bowman should finish up as one of the program's elite defensive backs. But he knows he needs improvement, and staying will help. Jada factor, I don't know. Go figure. Here's Dusty with some thoughts on the two defenders.
Yeah, Christmas came early for this Oklahoma defensive staff because it's huge news with Billy Bowman saying that he's going to come back. I was told he was leaning towards coming back, and he didn't even wait for his NFL draft grade. He said, there's things I need to improve upon, and I can get better as a player, and wanted to come back and make those things happen at the University of Oklahoma, which is absolutely massive. He'll be that signature piece, that leader on the defensive side. And if you know Billy, he's not an overly vocal guy. He's more of a leader by example, but I know he's going to push himself to try to be even more vocal, and he's going to give you a signature piece on the back end of that defense. I think there's an opportunity for one of the better safety tandems with him and Peyton Bowen in all of college football. Just a massive, massive get for Brent Venables, this defensive staff, for him coming back. Obviously, with the departure of Danny Stutzman to the National Football League, it's opportunity for other guys, and for that guy, it's Kip Lewis for me. I love the instincts that I see him play with. The guy just has a knack for being around the football. I think he has got an unbelievably bright future. He can add a little bit of weight. I think we're going to see him only continue to improve and flourish there in that spot with Danny Stutzman out. I think Kobe McKenzie's another name. Maybe if he could lose a little weight, add some speed. He's got the heavy hat, the tackling ability. But I think both of those guys are prime with big opportunities with the absence of Danny Stutzman to step up starting against Arizona in this Alamo Bowl.
All right, John, some key losses. In addition to losing starters Walter Rouse and McCade Medower to eligibility expiring offensive linemen, so far mostly anticipated and manageable losses to the portal and the NFL draft. Projected first-round right tackle Tyler Guyton and 3-year starting center Andrew Rame forego final seasons. Others, Tawee Walker, Savion Byrd, Key Lawrence, defensive lineman Reggie Grimes, and Kelvin Gilliam. Those guys to the transfer portal. So far, 2 transfer commits. Feisty Michigan State offensive tackle Spencer Brown here, 24 career starts. And 6'2", 200-pound San Diego State field corner Dejon Malone. OU beat teams like Michigan State and Louisville there. 2 seasons, 90 tackles, 2 seasons left.
Up next,